What's going on, YouTube? We got another update for you. We've made a lot of progress on this C10 LS swap, so let me show you. But before I do, go ahead and like, subscribe to the channel. We got a lot of more LS swaps coming down the pipeline. I keep saying that, but we just locked down another one, and it's gonna be the best show quality one that we're gonna do so far. So I can't wait to show you guys what it is. But for now, let's get back to the C10. Like, subscribe, and let's get to work.
No quieren entrar. ¿Cómo entran estos?
Alright. A ver, déjenles enseño el motor primero. So as you can see, we painted our valve covers. I even painted this bracket for the coils, and this is the color of wires, spark plug wires we're gonna do. We went with factory exhaust manifolds with new bolts, and check this out. We painted these covers, these heat shields that are gonna go on there to kind of dress it up a little bit, because the whole truck's actually gonna be repainted. We're gonna, once we get the LS done, we're gonna take it back out. The paint shop's gonna take it, and they're gonna do the whole frame, and pretty much repaint the whole truck. It's gonna look night and day difference from what it does right now. But you know, we just need to get our end done, which is the engine and transmission, the whole powertrain. Sorry, my dad's just cranking away. Exhaust manifold, same thing. Valve cover, we got the intake on there. And also this bad boy, it's just kind of been hanging out. I haven't had a whole bunch of use for it, so we threw it on here because they wanted AC, and it was going to be an AC truck. But what do you guys think about how it looks? We try to clean up this bracket as much as we can. Same thing with like the water pump and the whole engine in general. And I wanted to definitely show you guys this bracket, or what I did with the let me grab a light. Okay, show you guys the bracket to the cross member for the transmission. It's really simple. All I did, if you can see, is I just cut it and then welded on that 90-degree steel, put a hole in it, and all it needs now is a bolt, or I'm sorry, a nut. Welded it to the mount, comes down, and that's it. Factory transmission cross member worked just fine. Unfortunately, none of the drive shafts work. They're not long enough, so I need to get a different drive shaft. But we are gonna do our intake, red intake, black. We're just cranking away, so I'll get another update for you guys here in a little bit. All right, guys, it's late. Still in the shop. Just wanted to do a last little update for today, show you guys where we're at. This thing came along really well. Just take a look. What do you guys think of how we painted up the shields? Between that, the cables, the little aluminum heating shield as well, and the gold bolts, really, you know, it really looks pretty clean. At least I think so. Along with the painted valve covers, painted bracket for the coils. We pressure washed the intake manifold before we put it on. This bracket was deeply cleaned, along with the water pump. This ICT bracket just, you know, looks pretty good in general. This side, same thing. Got the cover on there, or the heat shield, coils, or the wires, coils. Tomorrow we'll go ahead and put our alternator on there. We're gonna reseal the power steering pump, and then we're gonna put it in there, run the lines, put our idler pulley, and then run our serpentine belt. We'll also be getting a lower temperature thermostat. This thing has an aluminum radiator, so we'll run that. And we'll be able to run our radiator hoses, and we will be working on our transmission cooler lines. It is going to have an external cooler, help keep this transmission nice and cool. And we also already have our intake, so we'll be plumbing that, as well as the wiring harness. We do have a standalone wiring harness that I will be wiring up. This truck is a drive-by-wire setup, so you know, it used to have the throttle cable right here, so we'll get rid of that. Here's our pedal assembly, so I'll have to just mount this little module for that. We'll go ahead and get rid of that pedal. I believe here's our power steering lines. Here's our intake. We went red with a black intake pipe. There's our trans cooler. And I'm also going to be using this expansion tank for it, so I'll have to mount that. I'm working on the exhaust. This is the last thing I was working on. So here's the flange. As you can see, several cuts to be able to, because it was initially hitting, the pipe was hitting on the frame, so had to do an angle cut, weld it, and then angle it again. This car does have to pass emissions, so we do have some catalytic converters we're going to put on it, and it should be in good shape. It's my bandsaw that I use to cut. I mean, shop is a mess, but you know, it's coming along, and I just wanted to do this last little update. So if you like the content, you know, like, subscribe, join the channel, come along for the ride. We do major work around here, and we just like to bring you guys along for the ride and show you guys what it takes, so you guys can do the same if you so wish to. You know, it's possible. All it takes is the desire to do it, and also you know, some work. Nothing happens without the work, so you got to put in the work. Don't be afraid of the work. You know, part of this is to show you guys how to do it, so you guys can do it yourself. If you guys have any questions or comments, please comment down below, and we'll catch you on the next one. Thanks for watching.